guys, in case it's a rainy day or you're just needing some time and want a read aloud, I thought it'd be fun to read from the Notebook of Doom, Rise of the Balloon Lagoons by author Troy Cummings. I think you guys may be familiar with this story because I think the author came last year, maybe, to read this story. So maybe it's a repeat for you, or maybe you've never read it. I don't know, but here goes. Chapter 1, Sturmont. Once there was a pile of bones. Actually, the bones weren't in a pile. They made up a small skeleton, which was filled with squishy guts. On top of that skeleton sat a huge skull with deep eye sockets. These eye sockets held a pair of googly eyes. The whole thing would have been really gross, except it was covered in a layer of skin and had a mop of curly hair on top. This mop-haired, bug-eyed, gut-filled bag of bones was named Alexander Bop, and he was scared to death. Alexander was scared of 1, spending his first night in a new house, 2, going to a new school in a new town, and 3, having to make new friends. Alexander rolled over on his mattress and looked out the window. The moon lit up a row of rooftops, behind which stood a water tower that said Sturmont, Alexander's new home. Chapter 2, Fright and Early. Alexander's dad drove slowly down Main Street. I'll look on this side, and you look on that side. This town must have a breakfast place. Alexander looked out his window. They passed a park, a bank, a comic book shop, and then someone dancing like crazy on the sidewalk. Wait, it wasn't a person. It was one of those bendy balloon guys that businesses put out to attract customers. It was yellow, and it was wiggling beside a sign that said, "Now serving breakfast." "Hey, Dad," Alexander said. "Here's a place." They parked next to the dancing balloon guy. Smack! Whoa! Alexander jumped in his seat. The balloon guy had flopped right onto the windshield. It snapped back up and continued to dance. Alexander's dad shook his head. "You're jumpy today, Al. That's just a big bag of air." "I know," said Alexander, uncovering his eyes. "In fact," said his dad, "we should be happy to see this goony balloony. Otherwise, we might have missed this diner." He made a dopey face and wiggled his fingers at the balloon figure. "Thanks, balloon guy." Alexander smiled. Then he walked the long way around the balloon and into the diner. Chapter 3, Map Out of It. The door chimed as Alexander and his dad left the diner. "Were those great pancakes or what?" his dad asked. Alexander didn't answer. He was studying his paper placemat, a map of Sturmont, laid out like a maze. "Hey, neat," said his dad. "Maybe we could take extras to hand out at your party." Alexander poked his nose over the map. "Party?" "Sure," said his dad. "Your birthday party?" "But Dad," Alexander grumbled, "I don't want a party. I don't even have a real birthday this year." "But that's the best part about leap year birthday, Al," said his dad. "February 29th only comes around every 4 years. So we get to choose your birthday this year, and I choose tomorrow." Alexander frowned. "Besides," his dad continued, "I already made the birthday invitations." He stuffed a stack of envelopes into Alexander's backpack. "Pass them out to your new classmates today." Alexander followed his dad toward their car. Way down the street, he could make out a wiggly shape in front of the bank. Another dancing balloon guy. This one was purple. "Hey," said Alexander, "there's another." He looked around. "Wait, where's our balloon goon? It was right here when we parked." Said his dad. He was fishing around for his keys. "I dunno. Maybe someone moved it." He unlocked the car. "Hop in, Al." Alexander tried to yank open his door, but then, crunch! It scraped against the curb. "Huh?" he said. The car was lower to the ground than before. Dad, this tire's flat. No problemo, said his dad. We'll just pop on the spare and... Wait a minute. This tire's flat too. He rubbed his chin. Alexander took a step back. Dad? All 4 tires are flat? That's strange, said his dad. Maybe there's glass on the road. Alexander looked across the street. 2 more cars with flat tires. Something weird is going on here, he thought. His dad stood up and brushed off his pants. Sorry, Al. I have to call a tow truck. Do you think you could walk to school? Alexander's eyes widened. By myself? Sure, kiddo, his dad smiled. Here, pass me that placemat, Maze. His dad spread out the placemat on the hood of the car and pulled pen from his pocket. See, we're here, he said, circling the diner, and your new school is there. He drew a path through the maze. You head down Main Street and, oops, dead end. Turn left and then north and then, oh, we got stuck in the glue factory. Wait. So you loop back. Oh, wow. This town has 3 graveyards. And then you go past that bakery and bingo, you're at school. Alexander gulped. My first day in a new town, he thought, and I'm walking myself to school. Now go make friends, then tomorrow we'll have a birthday blowout. High 5. Alexander gave his father a medium 5. Then he followed his placemat maze down Main Street. That's a kind of cool picture. Chapter 4. 1, 2, punch. Alexander soon found himself at Sturmont Elementary. There was no one else around. I must be late, he thought. He headed toward the door, but then froze. 2 balloon goons were wobbling there, 1 blue and 1 green. Alexander took a deep breath. As he stepped between the balloons, he saw words printed on them. The blue balloon said, pardon, and the green one said, our dust. Alexander looked down but didn't see any dust. There was a tug on his backpack. He looked over his shoulder and saw a flappy blue arm tangled in the straps. Alexander untwisted the wiggling arm and turned to see. Ker-smash! A loud crashing sound came from inside the school. The balloon goons instantly let go of Alexander. They snapped upright. Alexander scrambled to his feet and ran into the school. His heart was pounding as he yanked the door shut behind him.